Welcome to the stream. Holy cow. That I don't even know what happened. That was impressive. That did something I've never expected. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to Table Stories in the Black, our first mini-series thing that we're doing here. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I hope everybody's excited and ready to go. I'm ready to go, so let's hand everything over to Blue Jay and see what she wants to do here.
Well, I usually start off the shows with giving everyone a chance to introduce themselves in case someone is unfamiliar with one of y'all. I mean, I know that Table Story is probably going to be familiar with PB and Whacken and Katie, but let's give Supa at least a chance to introduce themselves. Supa.
Hi. This is my very, very first time on Table Story, which I'm very excited for. I know I see a lot of familiar faces in here that I'm very happy to see. And PB very kindly invited me on. I'm currently on hiatus from streaming as I usually would, but I'm hoping to be back soon on Twitch in full force. I'm doing a little bit of a rebrand right now, but it's good to be here. And this is my first time ever doing anything roleplay-esque, so if it goes horribly wrong, I will take full blame for that.
Well, you know, the first time someone kills your character, you'll remember forever. So I'm really glad that I could.
I hope
you hope it's you? You want to kill this character? All right, we'll work on it. We'll work on this. We'll brainstorm. But Whack, you want to go ahead and give them the rundown? I'm sure they know you, but
sure.
In case from my chat.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Thank you, Blue Jay. Hi, everybody. I'm Whack Steven, and normally I'm the GM or DM of Doom, but this time I'm a player that will probably be doomed. So it's a pleasure to actually get to play, and it's a pleasure to have Blue Jay on DMing us, and I'm super excited to do some space stuff, and I hope you guys will. Well, you'll see my character. You'll see.
Oh boy.
All right. Next, but certainly not least, was Pumpkinberry. Pumpkinberry.
Oh, hello. Hi, guys. I'm PB. I play here twice a week, and I GM once a week. And I have played with Blue Jay before as a GM in a Star Trek show, and I'm really excited to once again be a player in one of her shows. So super, super happy to be here. I'm playing. Oh, wait. Are we doing our characters? No, we're not. Okay.
Not yet. We haven't.
Okay. That's it.
And Katie? Katie, who are you? Tell everybody.
I'm Katie Peters Plays, and you guys probably know me. I'm on Sector 49 and Nocturne with PB, and Whack DMs Sector 49 and makes my life very hard. So, yeah, I'm Katie Peters Plays, a.k.a. Mama Jambles. So, but that's me.
What we should have named our ship.
I told her.
You have a chance.
When we were coming up with this stuff, I told Katie, like, hey, you should name it the Rainbow Shark. Because
I know.
that's
He's
kind
like,
of
you
your
could
brand.
The captain. I'm like, I don't know about that.
I got we'll talk.
There's
we'll
not
talk.
really a captain. You all work together. It's a collective. It's fine. But in case you guys don't know me, since this is my first time on Table Story, I'm Blue Jay. This is my third time GMing live, although I've GM'd a couple of one-shots at conventions and such. I'm really excited for space stuff. We're using the Stars Without Number system, which is really great. We're also using Sectors Without Number, which is a website where you can build your sector. I did it manually. We rolled everything in Roll20. It was super, super fun. If you guys want to catch that, the VODs are on my channel, and you can know all the secrets. All the secrets. But anyway, let's jump right into it. I'm going to be introducing the characters like in scenes. So I'll just ask you guys basically to describe who you are when we get to you. But first, let's do the extremely sci-fi pan out. You're sitting there in the black of space, and then you zoom in till you see one bright red star. And you zoom closer, and we have the system. It's the Leda system. This is a red dwarf system. We have the red, beautiful, but not burning too hot, not burning too brightly, Leda star. And then we zoom a little bit farther away from the star. We see a one planet. We see a clutter of asteroid belts, another planet. We zoom a little bit back. There's a gas giant with what looks like floating metal cities wandering about in the gases. And then we focus on Deimos, which will be where we start our adventure today. Deimos is a planet about the size of Earth's moon. And I would describe what the planet looks like, but it's covered, absolutely covered in buildings and metal. You can't see the ground. And we're going to go a bit closer till you can see little shuttlecraft zooming in and out of the system. This is a major hub of life. There are hundreds of millions of people on this tiny, tiny little rock in space. And we are going to focus on one building. It looks like a stack of pods, cargo pods. And on this building, there's a door which open, and inside is what looks like a pretty average office. Very cluttered. There's a regular old metal desk, which is at this point empty. There's 2-3 metal chairs, stacks and stacks of pads and boxes, and sitting in one of the chairs, looking a little bit greasy, probably. Their nails might have a little bit of grease under them. Introduce your character, Whack. Who do we see?
You see a very, well, someone that has a perpetual look of being upset, pissed off. Someone that isn't very amiable. I'm sitting there, looking at some kind of data pad, probably assessing some cargo and holdings for a recent job that has been run. One of the more difficult aspects of my job is understanding and administering all of the minutiae that goes along with a trade route. I am dressed probably in gear similar to what I'm wearing now on the screen, and I'm scratching my head, probably in disappointment, because the numbers that I have on my datapad are not anywhere close to our goal or our quota.
And you've been waiting here. You were thankfully still in system when you received a call from an old, not friend perhaps, but acquaintance of yours. It seemed like it was pretty urgent, but here you are, and you've been waiting for maybe around a half an hour. And probably, are you the type of person that's gonna be like, all right, I'm just fucking off, or are you patient? Like, how far on the terms of like, I'm gonna get up and walk out of here, or like, I could wait, like after half an hour, how far are you into that?
It depends on the situation. I think for all intents and purposes, I am patient, but the anger is constantly building.
So right when you're probably just about to break your pad with the force of your like punching at it, the door opens and you hear the release of air, and in walks a very tall, very slender woman. You can tell that she's probably been living in lighter gravity for most of her life. She has very lithe muscles, but her arms and her fingers and her legs are a bit longer than you'd see from someone who grew up in like an Earth-like gravity. She has dark black, almost blue skin, and her head is shaved, but her eyes, when they see you, light up. And she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. You know, when I called you, I know I said that it was important, but I assumed that you wouldn't even remember who I was. Now, I know you said that I don't owe you anything. But," and she's just like, she always talks like this, very quickly, like basically like you can't get a word in edgewise, and she's going on a little bit. She's like, but I heard about your sister Anya, and I know I have to do something to help you. So I found out some information. I think it would be very valuable for you. I think that you could take advantage of this, and maybe we could work a little deal together, you and me. I know that you have Mr. Chopra or whatever to answer to, but he's a dick, so I figure you and we could work something out. Maybe you wouldn't. I'm sorry. I always do this. My name is Nisa. Remember, you saved my ship.
Nisa, I'm going to get to the point. What is it that you can do for my sister Anya?
Well, it's mostly just like I have some information, and it might lead to, maybe it'll get you to some money. And then with some money, you wouldn't have to work for that asshole. And then you might be, I
have come across many false promises and people that immediately assume that some sort of get-rich-quick scheme will make me happy. And I can tell you with all certainty, it most certainly will not. Now, is this legitimate information, or is this something that you heard in a bar somewhere?
I know you don't know me, but everything that I have to say has been thoroughly checked out, as much as it can be. And she squints a little bit, and you can see her. She looks back towards her desk, which she hasn't even stepped behind. She's still just standing in the doorway, having just gone on. And she's like, how about we take a walk? Yes? Come on, come, let's go out of the office. And like, she's just basically like dragging you. And if you follow her outside, it's this long walkway that is seemingly supported by not much at all. All of the buildings are just like cargo crates that have been set on their sides and repurposed. And there are people everywhere. It's just super, super crowded. Every office has like their door either like open with people hanging out of it talking. The gravity is a little lower here, so you can see like teenagers basically like parkouring from one bridge structure to the next, jumping like ridiculous amounts of distance, but it's a little harder to fall here. And she kind of drags you or expects you to follow her. Are you following her? Are you just like, screw this, I'm out?
I think that after some reluctance and reassurance from her, I would probably follow.
Yeah, so she's like, okay, I know, just follow me, all right? There are ears everywhere. And she points into her office, and you can see that she's just basically like, someone's bugged my office. And so she, as long as you follow, like, she looks back and she's like, all right, now I don't want to, I'm giving you this information because I owe you. You saved my life, you saved my crew, you saved my cargo.
It was an easy fix.
You say that. Really, I have information about a new system that's been discovered. It's been completely out of touch since the Scream. That's, hundreds, thousands of years just sitting there in the black alone. But we've detected some signals, and we're fairly sure that the system is still living and active. No one's been there yet. It's pretty far off. But
How did you come across this information?
I know people. And she looks like, I'm not going to tell you, these are my contacts, not yours. And she waits for you to be like, so, do you want to know more, or are you going to tell me to eat my hat?
How do you think we could take advantage of this?
Well, I have some old maps, some old metadimensional maps. They're going to be a little out of date, but if you have someone you know who could take advantage of them, you're not the only one I'm sending. Don't think that I know you that well. I figured I'd give you this information. You might be able to make use of it. Maybe you won't. But at least I wouldn't feel like I was indebted to you anymore, right? So I figured you get the crew you trust. You could try and make it out here if you get there first. Work out the deal with these people. Get whatever cargo you want. And maybe you just tell them that Nisa is the one they should be talking to. And nobody else, and then we'll be even Steven, right? Not Mr. Chopra. He doesn't have to have anything to do with it. Just you and me. You get whatever cargo you can carry. It's all yours. And I get a trade deal. Easy peasy, right?
Are you sure that this information is new? How new?
I mean, you know, there's systems that have been out of touch. Nobody's heard of this place. I looked it up. I went through every microfiche from forever, and there's no mention of it post-Scream. People just assume that they ate each other or something.
How was this information picked up?
They've been sending out signals. They don't have...
Radio? What kind of signals?
Radio... a little bit of gamma radiation, just anything that could travel for long distances in space. It's really old tech. It seems like whatever post-tech that we have, they, for some reason, don't. No ships have come from that sector. They don't have, well, apparently, they don't have the ability to travel out of their system. Who knows if they can even get off their planet, but we've been receiving messages.
All right. Well, I know some people myself. There is a possibility that we might be interested. May I speak with them first?
You know, I'm just giving you this information out of the kindness of my heart. I'll send you the old maps.
No one does anything for free.
You saved my life. All right? I don't like owing people. And you might not feel like there's debt there, but I feel it in my soul. And now, it's gone. And maybe I'll get something out of it if you can get there before your ship explodes.
Is always challenge. All right. Show me.
And she reaches into, she has this like long cargo vest and it has several pockets, and she reaches into one of them and pulls out a tiny little transparent disc. And it's just like, this is all I've got. Show it to anyone you know who can navigate. Maybe they could find a way there. But whatever you get is yours. Hopefully drop my name. Maybe someone else will get there before you. So you should probably leave soon if you're going to. Other than that, no, I don't owe you anything. All right?
Fair enough.
Well, I wish you all the best. I hope
walk
that you
away.
don't die. Okay. And she like yells out after you, "You're welcome!" And then like just like lops off with her super long legs to go talk to someone else. Where is your ship docked? Is it close, or is it actually like, is it off planet? Can you dock? Can you land like in planet gravity with this ship? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. So where's your ship docked?
Is probably cheap place. Very shabby looking.
And let's just say you just probably either got back or were getting ready to leave. The rest of the crew, which of you is likely to be sticking around on the ship? And which of you is likely to be like going shopping or like meeting up with people? Not all of you are here.
I'm out and about.
I would definitely be on the ship.
All right. So you get back to where your ship is docked. And PB, can you describe like where on the ship or around the ship your character would be, and give us a good look at who they are and what they look like?
Yeah, absolutely. Mackie is slender, Asian. She's got black hair. It's got like half of her head is shaved and the other half it just kind of like flows over. She's petite and she is very intelligent and kind of quiet. She spends a lot of her time actually charting their way through space. The route is pretty much the same for the last couple of months, so it's kind of been a little bit boring work for her. So maybe in her spare time she's kind of, you know, looking at other charts and things like that, but she mostly spends time you know, in and around the ship. She doesn't really leave that often, but her terminal for navigation is there on like the bridge area, and so she's got like a bunch of different maps kind of open at any given point. Like there might be like a planet and the data on that planet and the gravitational pull and things like that, and whatnot. So that's kind of where she is usually found.
All right, so Sasha, you find Mackie where you'd usually find Mackie, and she's probably the person. She's your navigator. She's the person that you would go to figure out what the hell is going on with this mini disc. What do you say to her?
I burst through the door, open up the normal entrance, I guess, for the ship, and I head to her chambers. I would assume that she is usually on the ship. So I immediately knock on the door.
Yes. Come in. It's open.
Have a job.
Oh, okay. Where to?
Maybe you can have a look.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So, you know that this is like, usually the jobs that you have is just exactly the same over and over. Like you usually just go from Lita to Thorin over and over and over. And Mr. Chopra, who's like Sasha's boss, hasn't given you anything else in a while. So
Okay.
the fact that like it's a new job is a big deal.
Oh, okay, this is different. What are we doing here? Delivery?
Don't know. Need you to look at information.
Okay,
Can you
what
do
kind
that?
of information? Yeah.
I
just
don't
give me-
know. Can you load it up or not?
Yeah, of course I can load it up. Okay, I go
Let's
ahead
take a
and
look then.
Yep. Plug in the information and I pull it up for him.
So the disc has like a very basic, basically like password protected, and if Nisa did not give you a password.
Oh, it's password protected, Sasha. What's the password?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't? Oh, okay. All right. I'll just see if I can.
Can you open it or not?
I'll give it a shot. 1 second. All right. Can I roll to try to like
Yes.
hack into this thing?
Yes, you can. So first roll, let's do it.
All right.
I think that this is going to be a programming and intelligence roll.
Okay.
So the way that Stars of That Number works is it's a 2d6 system. We have the regular stats, strength, dexterity, constitution, etc. And they have modifiers of plus or minus up to 2, I believe. And then you also have skills. So each of us have built characters already. And we have different abilities for different characters. But the skill that I want you to roll is program.
Okay.
Which you have a 1 in, and then intelligence, which you also have a +1 in. So all in all, your roll will be +2.
Okay.
What was your specialist skill in? Do you
Is-
remember?
There. Yeah, my specialist was in navigation.
It would have been for a particular skill.
Oh, I think that gives me pilot
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
Yeah.
was in pilot.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't have any other pluses. Starfarer was pilot. I think you might have been, because you wouldn't have been. Your pilot skill is at 2. Starfarer would have given you pilot 1. So were you also a specialist in pilot, or?
No, I think specialist is what gave me the program.
Okay. So if you're a specialist in program, then you roll 3d6
Okay.
and then plus 2.
Okay.
I believe it was program. I think I remember it was program.
Is there
We
anything
didn't
on,
record that, so nobody knows.
sorry. Is there anything on the sheet that I can click to go ahead and roll this, or am I just hitting yes?
Yes,
Where
there is.
Or is it?
There is a quick
Sure.
menu at the very top of the sheet.
Oh, right. Okay, I see
But
it.
make sure that you are rolling 3d6 first. So
Yeah.
if you set your program section, the pull down
I
menu all the
see.
way on the
Okay.
right,
Got it.
make the 2 a 3, and you are all set.
And that's going to be int.
Okay. Oh, cool. Wicked.
There you go.
14.
So you got 2 6s. Hot diggity damn. So this password is absolutely nothing to you.
Okay.
Not only can you like eliminate that for like it's nothing, but you also get information about Nisa. You get information about like where she dug up this it's a star map. You can see it's a map of the sector. And it's pretty old.
Okay.
It's some of like all of the systems are in the same place, but you're familiar with the like metadimensional currents, and especially the ones in between here, Lita and Thorin. And it's a little bit off. Like if someone were to try and use this to go to Thorin today, they might be in a little bit of trouble. But it's not pointing at Thorin. You've got she has like marked on the map. Let me just draw it for you. This sector right here. Can you see that?
I don't see. Oh, yes, I do. Wow. All the way up there.
Yeah, it's 0600. And yeah, it's marked on the map, and you can see that it's like she's given you all the information she can about it, but very basically this is the Antheus system, and the planet that's been marked is called Alba. It's old, like no one's heard anything. Like on new maps of the sector, it probably wouldn't even be there anymore, or it would be marked as dead, because no one's heard anything from this planet in like hundreds of years.
Sasha, this map seems to be pretty outdated. Also,
Will
who
it
did you
work or not?
It's just, yeah, I should be able to do it, but
Fine. I walk away.
okay. Goodbye. Have a good day. Thank you.
So you can spend some more time just kind of like looking at the map, because it's got some interesting stuff to tell you as a navigator about what things used to be. This is like basically like historical navigation for you.
Cool.
But where are you going, Sasha?
I am probably going to start reaching out to some other individuals that I know that might be able to assist us.
Okay. Are you gathering up a crew? Is that what we're doing?
I am contemplating right now what my options are. I feel like I have some sort of long list of people that might be acceptable.
Okay.
Probably on some data pad as I'm walking back to the engine room. And I am scrolling through, checking them off. Can't do it. They are off planet. Would love to have them. No. 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 Too cheerful. No. 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 She's always available. I suppose she'll do fine.
So who are you going to call?
I will reach out to Lex Isaac.
All right. So on your usual day, Lex, what are you up to? You could not, you don't have to be on Deimos. You could be like doing your usual work and in the asteroid belt if you want. Like the communications capabilities would reach that far.
Well, I'm Lex, so I would probably just be sitting on my shuttle waiting to take the Belters back. So I'll just hang out here and wait for them to get their job done, and then I'll take them home.
right.
Yeah, so I'm just hanging out.
What does Lex look like?
Lex is tall. She grew up on a station, so she's very thin, and she wasn't in gravity much, so she's lanky, and she's very pale. She doesn't see the sun. But she's got a sunny disposition though, and she just loves life, and she's just, pale and got dark hair and hangs out on shuttles.
All right, so wherever your like communication display is, you get a little like beep from off planet from Deimos.
Okay. Do I know who it is? Does it say who it is?
Unless you're trying to hide who you are, Sasha, it would say. Yeah, so it says Sasha Romansoff calling you.
I answer it. Sasha, it's fancy to hear from you. How are you?
But are you
Yes?
busy?
Well, no, I'm just doing my regular routes. What's going on?
I might have job.
All right, so you need me to fly? Is that what I'm gathering?
I have tried literally everyone else.
Oh, yeah, but you know that I'm more than happy to do it. That just sounds like something I want to do. I'll be right there. I'll get everybody home and then I'll fly right over.
All right. Bloop.
So for your information, it's going to take about 6 hours for you to get out there. So you've got some time, Sasha and Taki? Maki roll. Sorry, I'm gonna remember. You got some time to figure out, do you want another person right now? You've got the technician, you've got a navigator, you've got a pilot. But I did say this might be a little dangerous, didn't I? Maybe you want someone who could fix people, not just ships? You know anyone like that, Sasha?
I'm doing math right now for potential profit in my head. And on one data pad, I have how far we are in the red. And on the other data pad, I'm looking at list of potential crew.
And how much they charge.
I'm scrolling to cheapest ones.
But the problem is that if people don't charge a lot, usually around here, they're busy.
Is fine. I'm mulling this over for a long time. Few hours, probably.
And there's like, Maki, like, you've seen how far you have to go. So you recognize that, like, it's going to be more than just you and Sasha. Like, there's got to be more people. And yet no one has come to the ship. And Sasha seemed like it was, like, fairly urgent. So hours go by and no one's come here.
Okay. I will check so I'll pull up the terminal and I'll see where Sasha is on the ship. Are you on the bridge?
Engine room.
Engine room, of course. Okay. Of course. So I close the panel and then I'll head to the engine room. Hey, Sasha. Who else do we have going with us? Do you have the crew already assembled? I mean, who's coming?
Working on it.
Oh, okay. did you want me to review that or take over anything for you or help out in any way? Do you want a coffee?
Coffee. Good.
Okay. All right. I know him pretty well. He's very curt, but we work together a lot. So he doesn't bother me that much.
Sorry, Sasha, is Sasha male or female? My bad with Russian names.
Sasha is male.
Okay.
And yes, I have been agonizing over the list for a very long time. Can we get by? Do we simply need a first aid kit?
Yeah.
He's probably fine.
So
I feel like Mackie knows him well enough to know that that's the stage that he's at right now. Like he's debating over whatever. So she's probably going to bring him a coffee and then kind of help him look at the list, but maybe make him think it's his own idea or just kind of make some suggestions so that he'll finally make a decision.
Suba, would Salvador be like advertising for a job?
Yes, he would under the name Salvador. And he's very low cost, but experienced. I think the cheapness will help out in this particular area. But he'd be advertising, yeah.
Okay.
So
there's a name that you recognize on this list if you get a look at it when you hand Sasha the coffee.
So yeah, I hand Sasha the coffee. Oh, I see him. A medic. That's a great idea. It's a really good idea. I think we're probably going to need that. This is an old map, and you never know what's going to be on the other side.
It's very
there.
expensive. Look, I have information on top quality first aid kit.
Okay. We could also attach maybe the first aid kit on the drone that we have. But I think maybe having an extra
Why
person...
we bring drone?
Oh, I know you hate the drone, but it's handy. It's cheaper than having a fifth person or fourth person or any person other than the two of us. It's handy. Trust me, it'll prove useful. Have your coffee. It's black like your soul. Here, can I pick one of these here? We'll just pick one. We'll just pick a random one on the cheap list right down here on the bottom. We know Salvador. He's worked with us before. Once or twice. He's great.
I know.
He's cheap, does the job well.
He hasn't died yet, so I mean, what better advertisement for a medic?
Fine, you call.
Okay, I'll call. Enjoy your coffee. Then I walk off to make the call because I know he doesn't want to hear it. Okay, so then I will make a call from my room. Actually, I'll go back to my room and make this call.
All right.
You just hear me yell, "It's too hot!"
Oh, you're in the engine room, sweetie.
So where are you, Salvador, when you pick up this call? And what does Salvador look like?
Salvador is dressed similarly to how I am dressed today. He's a little bit rugged looking, very tired, you can tell. There's an aura of sort of politeness and optimism, but not optimism because it comes naturally, but optimism because he kind of has to be. There's not really any other way. He's very tired. He just wants to try and get through, and he's happy when he gets any sort of offer.
Mm-hmm.
So I ring in because we know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Would I call you Sal or would I call it Salvador? The phone thing.
Either works.
Okay. Either or. Okay. So I'll dial you up. Sal?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm surprised to hear from you.
Really?
It's been
Why?
a little while.
Oh yeah. It's been a little bit. We've just been doing the same route. It's kind of boring work actually, but we have something new and we're wondering if you're available.
Of course. I'm surprised that you're calling and not Sasha, though I suppose I could see why. Yeah.
Anyway, I can send you the actually maybe it'd be better if I told you once you got here.
Okay. I will endure Sasha for you. Nobody else.
Okay.
I will endure him for you.
For me, thank you. I think the payoff might be neat, and it's going to be a bit of an adventure. It's like an old planet. It's out of date. It's not even on any of the new maps. I checked.
I'm okay with that.
It's like a treasure hunt. Okay. All right. So how quickly can you get here?
How far away am I right now, would you say?
Oh, you could be on Demos. So like yeah. It's a big hub. It's the capital of this sector. So
I could be there in like 20 minutes.
yeah.
Oh.
Perfect.
So 20 minutes, that's great. Could you do me a favor though? Could you get some, I will transfer you the credits. I need you to pick up some fancy like specialty meats for Sasha, just because, you know, I saw who else he's hiring and he's going to need some, he's going to need it. So can I just do that? Can you pick that up on your way over?
Gonna be costly.
Yeah, it's fine. I got it. I'll cover it. It's for the sanity of all of us. Okay, great. Thank
treat.
you.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, really? Oh, you don't have to do that.
No, it's fine. I insist.
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay. Well,
Like
if
the peppered kind.
you're gonna try and pick up some meat, can I have you roll? First roll for you, Supa. I think this is gonna be trade.
Okay.
And charisma. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll be honest. I don't remember how to do that because I'm very new to Roll20.
Okay. So if you go into your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to where it says skills,
Yep.
you've got trade down there, and then it'll ask you for your what you're rolling it with. So it'll say like you go down to charisma,
Mm-hmm. Got it.
and you're rolling 2 die. And then what is it you click to make it roll?
The menu is at the top right.
Oh yeah, quick menus, skills. There you go. Oh, different for me.
I'm just looking for it now. Am I in the right place?
Yeah. So all the way on the top right-hand corner.
There we go.
Oh, got it.
I clicked it for you.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
So I pulled up your skills right there. You guys can see it, and or no, that's just me. That's to you. And you can go ahead and click. Like you don't have to take my roll. You can go ahead and click trade there.
Trade, yep. And modifier.
You can, if you think that you have some kind of bonus to this like trade, do you like know somebody? Your modifier right now, because you don't have the skill trade, it's -1. Your charisma modifier is +1, so you have a straight 0 2d6 on this.
I am well connected. I mean, if I've been in this world, in this hub for a little while now, I'm sure I've made some connections through here.
Didn't
Okay.
those skills?
Yeah, you took connected, so you gain connect as a bonus skill. If you wanted to roll connect first, or roll connect instead, so you know somebody who can get you the meat, you don't have to just like bargain for it. I would say you could roll
I'll give it a
connect
go,
if
yeah.
you wanted to. So go ahead and it'd be connect and charisma. So where it says ask, put down charisma and then click on connect.
1 second.
That 3 that was me. That wasn't them. That wasn't Supa, so it doesn't count. All right. So you got an 8. So let's just say you know someone who can get you some meat. They give you a good deal, but when you get it, it's like, I mean, they said it was beef.
Oh no.
It's not beef.
Oh no.
And I'm assuming I can tell this right away. I just hold it and it's kind of
Yeah.
slimy to the touch.
Yep.
It's a little bit dated at this point.
So you've got it. You have it.
I sort of look at it in my hands. I'm sort of moving it around and I'm thinking, at least I'm not the one eating this. It's for Sasha. I don't think I don't think he's gonna notice. It's fine. I
Okay.
just wrap it back up.
So, you were told by Mackie where the ship is, where you can meet them. So you come up to the ship. Do you want to describe to me? I was thinking that the ship would be like pretty long. It has the like crew quarters in what looks like maybe like a octagon shape, and then the cargo bay is basically like 4 pods attached to each other, and then you have the burners, if that makes sense to you guys. Or did you have like a different idea for what the ship would look like? You're living in it, so you can accessorize however you'd like.
He's fine.
Okay. So the entrance would be on the octagonal part, but there might be some people working in the cargo bay if either of you would like. But you come up to the ship, and on the side of the ship, you've seen the ship several times before. You're fairly familiar with it. It's maybe it looks a little more banged up than it used to, but like you're fairly familiar with the type of pilots that Sasha tends to hire. And just on the side of it, it has written in very worn paint. It says Swift Gambit, but somebody's graffitied on it. And it's definitely got Swift like crossed off in like red paint. So you come up to the ship.
Was Salvador. Sasa is sure.
I just look at the ship and I'm like, ugh.
There is a smell too.
It's fine.
Whatever gets me paid. Let's just go.
So where are you hanging out are you waiting for Sal, Mackie? Are you?
Yeah, actually, I probably would be. I'd probably still be reviewing charts and things, but probably on a data pad that's portable. So I'm kind of like nearby waiting for them. I want to intercept, basically. I want to talk to them before Sasha sees them. So yeah, I'm nearby. Oh, hey, Sal, perfect. Is that the meat there?
Yeah.
Ooh, that doesn't smell so good.
You weren't gonna have any of this, right?
Well, no,
It's
I
not for
wasn't.
you.
Well, no, but it's a peace offering, sort of.
Just Sasha?
Just yeah, but I.
Okay, that's fine. It's okay. I can heal him afterwards. It's all good.
Okay.
This will do.
Well, you know, I might be able to turn it into something that he might enjoy. He's actually not that too picky, but we'll see.
I just kind of smile and hand it, say, "Good luck."
Thank you.
Pass it.
It's very kind. Right. So, are you okay staying in the same quarters you had last time?
Oh yeah.
Great. So you don't need me to give you a tour.
You know
or
me.
anything?
I'll keep to myself.
Yep.
I won't get in the way.
Great. Thank you so much. He's in the engine room. He's a little cranky. Maybe just avoid him for a couple of hours until we're
I fully
ready to go. Okay. Great. Thank you. So glad to have you aboard again. And
It's good to see you.
Rob. Yeah, it's great to see you too.
I sort of just shuffle off to my own little quarters.
All right, so y'all settle in. I feel like Sasha's getting the engines ready to like boost off planet again. You're gonna have to pick up some fuel, obviously, and a couple more hours pass, and we've got our last member of the crew, Lex, skating in from Loki. You land your, I feel like whatever shuttlecraft. Do you have one like specific craft that you use all the time, or do you just rent them, or how does it usually go?
Rent them just because there's not many resources, so we all kind of share.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
This one to take over.
So you park your shuttle in the like shuttle rental area where there's a bunch of shuttles that look exactly the same, and I would assume that you pick up and pack up any of the things in the shuttle cockpit that you've decorated it with.
Mhm.
I'm imagining some pictures of your family, probably.
Yeah, I have pictures of my family, like little knickknacks that don't make any sense that I've found along the way. Just like little pieces of home that I take with me place to place.
Yeah, and you pack that up, and the bay where the Swift Gambit is parked is pretty close to where the shuttle rental space is. Like, so it doesn't take you too long after you've parked it to just skip on over there. If you want to say hello to your new crew.
So I'm just gonna walk onto the ship.
Oh, hello. Hey,
Hi, Maki. How are you? It's so
good.
to
How
see
are you?
I run over and give her a big hug.
Oh yeah, I hug her back.
Oh, it's
So
just
nice to have you,
home.
Lex. How was it? How was your most recent job?
Oh,
Still
it was
doing the
fine.
shuttle in back and forth?
Yeah, just bringing the miners back and forth. Just
yeah,
work.
it's
Yeah.
great. It's perfect.
How about you? You still here?
Oh yeah, still here. Still with
Yeah.
Sasha. Doing
Where's Sasha?
in the engine room.
Oh, I'm gonna go say hi. I'll be
Oh,
right back. What?
Sure. Nope, that's okay. Go for it.
I'm gonna skip on down to the engine room. And Sasha, and I'm gonna run over to him and give him a big hug. Sasha, it's so good to see you. I feel like we just don't talk enough. I'm so
There's
glad you asked
reason
me
for
to.
that.
Well, Sasha, that was kind of mean, but I know you don't mean that. So I'm just excited to get settled in and do this. What do you need me to do? What I can help you down here?
Let go of me.
All right, but do you need some help? We need to have a cup of coffee, sit down and chat, catch up.
No,
all
we
that
don't.
Stuff.
We have job to do.
Okay, Sasha. Well, what do you need me to do? I can help you. Let's get the show on the road.
You fly ship, yes?
Yes, obviously.
So fly ship.
All right. Well, I'll go make sure everything's all right up on the flight deck. So if you need me, you know where to find me. And I scamper off. And I have a bag of just all my stuff, like in a backpack.
Yeah. All right. So I would say that before you guys take off, you definitely need to have a meeting. It's going to be real important for your character, Maki, to plan out where exactly you're going. So in Starts Without Number, the way it works is each ship has a drive that can get a certain distance on this map. So a spike drive 1 can get 1 hex distant, but lucky for you, you have a really good navigator. So because PB took the Spacefarer, Skyfarer
Twice. Yeah.
level 2, that means that you can actually go 2 hexes. So you're gonna have to plan your route to get to where you're going. Now, your usual route that you go is from 0305, where you are in Lita, down to 0507. This black dot in 0204 is a black hole, so recommend against that unless you can make the jump straight from 0305 to 0302, which you can't yet because of your system. So we're going to need to plan a route for you guys to go from Lita to 0600, and that's a meeting that you guys need to have to decide like where you're going, and you can only go 2 hexes from where you are, so
At a time, right?
yeah,
Good jump.
so you
Yep.
could go from 0406 to 0507. That's 2 hexes.
Or 0605.
Exactly.
Got
So
it.
this is a
Okay.
meeting
Yeah,
that
I
you
got
guys
it.
need to have.
Okay.
So let's say it's the next morning, right before your time that has been scheduled for takeoff. Y'all have settled in. I'm assuming that the bunks are very hard and very flat, and it's like a closet-sized amount of space, but you don't need much. So you meet in. It's the room is just as like hexagonal as the whole area. This is the it's like a 3-level hex. So the top one would be the bridge, and this one has the like kitchen area. It has a hole in the center with a ladder where you'd go from the bridge to down below. It has any first aid is here. Like there's a small like bar kind of looking thing for a table. But basically this is the only area that you'd have that's not bunks, but it's not the bridge, right? So this is where you would meet up to kind of plan things out. And you can, Maki, you can project from any space surrounding the hole that has the ladder into
Okay.
the empty space where the ladder
Okay.
is. You can project a map there,
Cool.
and it kind of does double duty.
Okay. Sorry, I was actually plotting the route here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I will do that. I will pull up the map here and so you guys can see the sector. So I was thinking we would go from 0406 to 0605 to 03, then 0402, 0400, and then over to 0600.
And you're all like probably not as smooth with navigating as
like kind of just tired eyes, a bit like it's the first thing in the morning. I didn't get much sleep. Oh, just tell me where to go. Don't just where are we going?
Okay, well we're heading over here to Alba, it looks like.
So you should be able to on the map like click and hold and it'll yeah.
Oh, I was on the other like sector. Okay.
Oh right. Yeah.
Here. How do I freehand?
Yeah, just click and hold with the select move button. Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
Just the there you go. That works too.
Okay, so we'll be going here, and I will actually now draw on the map. So we're going to take our first jump here, 0406, and then we're going to head over here, 0605, and then we'll jump to 0603, and then we'll head to 0402, and then we'll head straight up here for our fifth jump, and then our sixth and final jump will be right here, 0600.
Okay. Is fastest
now,
way.
We could jump to the 0501, but that system's kind of thievery-ish, and I've actually heard of this system up here when I was studying meteorology. So they've got some of that up in there. So that would be good. I feel like that would be a safer jump in case we need to refuel or get anything or repairs.
How dangerous other sector?
I would feel a lot more comfortable if we jump to the 0400.
Didn't ask comfort. How safe?
I don't know, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe 4. 4 being, or 0 being more dangerous. It's not worth the risk, Sasha. It's also not any faster.
Fine. If it's not faster, then we go the way that you recommend.
Well, the first jump's pretty easy. You wanted to just go straight over to the Iribium system.
Yep.
Cool. So the way that this works is you've already made this. You don't have to worry about navigating because it would be less than 10 difficulty. But we'll just do like the piloting roll to see like. Basically, just to see how smooth of a ride it is. It's your first time with the crew in a little bit, Lex. So this will be pilot and dexterity for you. I'm going to open up your sheet and put out the quick menu there for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I realized I could do that. It's pretty nice. So you would just go to pilot, and your main thing there would be dex.
Okay.
And you've got a pretty good pilot skill because you're fairly good at this. So hopefully it'll be a smooth ride.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
What do you think? Can you fly this?
Of course I can fly this. You know that this is what I do.
Is why I ask.
The currents are actually not too bad. It should be fairly easy for Lex.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be smooth sailing as per usual. Okay, Sasha?
And when you guys burn off of the planet, it is exactly like Lex said. Like, you take your stations wherever you need to be, Sasha. I'm pretty sure that Salvador, you can just like hang out. You're more of an emergency kind of guy, but you could probably sit at like the communications spot. Like that.
Definitely move over towards Maki and Lex, and sort of just to make clear that I side with them. You know, when plotting when plotting the course, I sort of can look at Sasha and say, you know, as much as I love patching you up, hi, by the way, you didn't say hi, but it's fine. I would rather go the safe way. I would, even if it takes a little bit longer, it seems worth it.
somehow there is a miscommunication in which you think that everyone has vote.
I kind of look down, try to bear through it, and just walk away.
Well, at the very least, the first jump doesn't have any sort of like questions about it. You're going to
Before
be
you
reviewing-
go, 1 second. I start looking for something off to the side,
Okay.
and I grab a very old-looking broom, and I say, "There are what do they call them? Those vermin that run around ship. You help chase off
Rats.
the ship." Yes,
Wow.
rats.
Yeah, but where's he gonna to chase them? There's nowhere to go besides space.
I have idea.
I sort of take the broom and I sort of look at it questioningly, like, and look back at him just to see if he's serious or not.
I glance over. I would like to, because Sasha's, I imagine, is like standing here and I'm at my nav panel. So I kind of like turn to look at you and Sasha can't see me. And I'm just like, I just mouth, sorry.
I just sort of look up at Marquis, sigh.
You want them to do it? They have important job.
Now, Sasha, if we get a broken bone, he's gonna fix us. So I don't really think we all
You have
an
broken
important
bone?
part to play. Not yet,
Okay.
but I might. So I just would rather him help me than be chasing rats around.
Rat's problem now. Broken bone, possible problem later.
So I'm just gonna throw this in there. You're looking at the broom in your hand, Salvador, and you remember, like, just like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, that's what that was. And like you recall like opening up and smelling the meat that you got that was beef. And like there's this little moment of revelation that you're like, right. Okay.
Nice, delicious.
So maybe it'll make the slight from Sasha a little bit easier to bear, knowing, remembering what it was that you, through Maki, have
I sort
served
of give
them.
him a smile, just sort of raise the broom, say, as you wish.
Good.
When he-
I help.
I'll help you too later. I'll give you a hint.
Fly ship.
I am flying the ship.
Fly
Sasha.
better.
Sasha, once he's gone, I will say this. Sasha, not looking up from my terminal. Have you ever heard of the nuisance tax?
Is new tax?
No, it's only the tax that people seem to give us when we try to hire them for working with you. And that's exactly why. You should try to be nicer to people. They'll charge us less when they want to come work on our ship.
Money is nice.
Yeah, money's really nice. So if you're nicer to people, we'll have to pay them less to want to work with us.
Not in my experience.
Just a thought.
I miss you guys so much. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, we missed you too.
See?
I missed you. What?
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, while this conversation is happening, we're getting the picture of the slow burn from the ship. It's actually really cool on Deimos because there's so many ships coming and going. The place that you land turns into a sort of like catapult. It uses like it's probably some of the highest tech that the planet has left over after the scream, that kind of like launches ships out of the landing bay so that you don't have to burn as much gas getting out of the atmosphere, even though it's a fairly low grav atmosphere. So we see the ship, and there's a little bit of like rumbling here and there, but you know your ship, and she's made it through worse. So we see it get thrust up through the atmosphere of Deimos. There's a couple of kids that immediately, like as soon as the landing pad stabilizes, they run out and collect some like metal bits and pieces that have fallen off your ship, and you can tell that this is probably like how they get their money. But we'll follow the ship. It continues off into space. We had a really good roll on that piloting, so it's not going to take you too long. It'll be what did I say, about 6 hours from here to Aribium. And it's this pretty smooth ride. You, Maki, you already know this trip. One of the things I would like to say is that from the system, it takes you a couple hours. This is the Deimos is the last planet in the Leda system, so you don't have to go very far to get to the like exit space. And there's about 30 minutes of time where the ship is getting ready to enter the multi-dimensional currents, but it isn't quite there yet. And there's this it's actually like it phases from the front of the ship all the way to the back, and you can see if there's any windows. You can see the blackness of space and the little pinpoints of light change, like in PUBG, how you get the like the wall that of energy. There's a wall of energy that comes like from one point to another as you shift into the metadimensional space. That is this
my
weird,
favorite part.
It's this weird nebulous, very like purple and pinks energy that just encompasses the entire ship. And now instead of being where you were in space, you're just in basically like a nebula, but it's extra dimensional nebula. So there are currents in the gases, which aren't really gases, and you're traveling in this metadimensional space for about 6 hours. What do you guys do? It's a pretty smooth ride. You've done this a lot of times, and you rolled really well on the piloting, so you could even step away if you wanted to. But what's your ordinary like system that you have in place during these kinds of rides?
I think this specific time, there's lots of banging and screaming coming from the various hallways throughout the ship. You can probably hear me yelling, "I got you, you little bastard!" Rushing all around the ship, and bang, smack, bang. Just rushing past, you'll see this one panel frame of Sasha with a broom running behind probably Lex as they pilot the ship. I imagine these rats are really disgusting, huge, bulbous creatures, some sort of space rat. And I am trying to chase him to airlock. Would you like me to make a roll for that?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm going to say that this is dexterity and exert.
All right.
And so everyone in chat knows the way that these work. You have the skill and you have the stat. And if you think that something else is relevant, absolutely, you can 100% argue for something else. Exert is pretty much just, it's any kind of like moving around, running, like lifting boxes. It's a very like strength check, basically. So you got a 4. So the rats they're just faster than you, and they have little hidey holes in your ship that you can't really get to unless you wanted to tear the thing apart, honestly. Which you think about for a sec, that you could just tear the wall open and then you could get them. And then you think about how you're actually in not space. And if there was a leak to the outside, you would all cease to exist. So how about you decide otherwise, I think.
There are better ways to die. All right. I let that space rat go, and I am yelling horrible curses at this thing. And I yell back to Salvador. Did you find that other one?
I imagine probably being down by the like in the cargo hold or something, broom pushed up against the wall, not been touched since I put it down, and I'm sort of like trying to befriend the rat in front of me, trying to say, look, I don't want to, look, you don't want to be here either, I get it, okay, let's be cool. I'm trying to befriend this rat. I roll to befriend a rat. Oh, Blue Jay is muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, if you want to make friends with the rat, let's see. That's probably I could go for either charisma or wisdom. And
charisma. I think you have. Don't you have?
My wisdom's
points?
higher.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
I think that it's either charisma or wisdom, and then I would say survive or sneak, because this is very much like you either have to get close enough to be able to try and make friends with them, in which case it would be sneak, or it's a matter of knowing what a rat actually needs, which is, like what type of food they need.
Yeah, and like how to approach it, I'm sure I could find some more random meat to feed my rat friend.
Sure, feed your rat. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You managed to tempt two of them out of the walls, including the one that Sasha was running after. And your cargo bay is fairly empty right now. So there's like an empty metal box that you can kind of like put some soft bits of like polyester padding in there. Make a little rat nest that you can keep them in.
Gently coax them into it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
So, did you find the rat?
Just sort of quietly, after shoving them into the box. Yeah, don't worry, they're taken care of.
Good. You do real work now.
I sort of just put the box to the side, hide it away amidst any of the boxes there. Just keep it out of view, and then I make my way back up.
All right. So while these two are running after rats, what are you two doing, Lex and Mackie? I'm assuming you start at least on the bridge on the flight deck.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I probably, we probably talk a lot. So I'm imagining I'm asking after the family. So Lex, how's your family doing?
Oh, family's doing all right. Well, I don't know if you heard, but my dad doesn't have legs anymore.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but how's he doing?
He's doing good. I mean, that's what happens when he decided to stop doing the mining and doing the exploding. So that's just something that we've been working through. But mom's doing good. My brothers and sisters are well. How are you doing? How's your family?
I'm great. They're great. Haven't really talked to anybody in a while. I should, probably do that. Haven't been back home in a bit, but everybody's making their way, I guess.
Have you ever talked to Lex about where home is before?
My home?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like I don't know. Lex probably talks a little bit more than Mackie does. Mackie mostly listens.
Just while you're thinking about, while you're talking with Lex about home, you recall earlier looking at the sector and planning out your travels, and like in your head you zoom in on 0703, which is right next to the course. You could definitely go there, and you decided not to. That's home, 0703. And like, what is that feeling that like when you're remembering this, like you're talking about family, you're talking about, and Lex, she's like super positive and like really engaged. She loves her dad, and you can hear it the second she brings it up. But like, there's something else there for you. What's that feeling that we kind of get like that background noise for Mackie?
My parents wanted me to stay on the planet. So originally Mackie went to school for meteorology, and the planet that she's from is an ocean planet, and they get very violent sea storms all the time. And so her job would be super important there on the planet, predicting the weather, but it just wasn't enough for her. She wanted to predict more dangerous storms and unpredictable space weather, and navigate. And so there's no bad blood. Like, her parents are proud of her, but she knows that they are going to maybe try to guilt her into coming home every time she goes to visit. So she kind of doesn't do it that often.
Yeah. So Lex, you ask about Mackie's family, and there's this little like kind of like a half-second pause while this all is happening in her head. Like, she's remembering like seeing her star on the star map. And then I'm assuming the conversation goes on. I just wanted to have that little moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, they're okay. They're making their way. I haven't been home in a bit, but you know Sasha, barely any time off anyway.
No, did he give you any time off?
I mean, no, not unless I tell him, and then he says, "Is it necessary?" And then I say, "Yes, I need some time off." And then I have to ask him. I'm sure he would if I
come visit me and my family. We've got plenty of room.
Oh, well, maybe I'll do that sometime.
Yes, my mama will make some of that famous pumpkin meat pie that she makes.
Oh yeah, you've told me about. Didn't that give your brother indigestion one year though?
Oh, he gets indigestion all the time though, so
Okay.
it's not. Yeah, so that just kind of happens. But
That's
I brought
okay.
some powders with me to flavor the food. I brought a lot of powders this time. So
Any that are like peppery?
oh, actually, might have some that are peppery.
That'd be real good because we got some meat that's not so great, and it could really use a pick me up.
Yeah, I'll go look through my stash.
Oh, great, perfect.
So I'll go out to my little bed bunk and start digging through my powders to see if I have
So
any.
when you talk about powders, can you describe to me what it is that you keep in this bag? Like, how many? What are they? Like, what do they look like?
There's like well, food is synthetic, so there's like hard and liquid, I believe, and then it doesn't taste like anything, so you can buy powders to like flavor the things. So I probably have like little vials. They're not labeled. They're all different colors.
Good.
And they there's different amounts in each one, but I just pick a color that I like and usually throw that into my food. And so I look for one that looks peppery, and I find like a dark red one and like a black powder. And so I grab
like chili pepper or something.
Or
I grab
strawberry.
Did you guys?
don't know?
Do you know what Fun Dip is? Did you ever have that candy growing up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Didn't know. What
That's
is it?
that's kind of. It's basically
didn't have
sugar
Fun Dip?
packets.
Mm-mm. I
It's
grew up in
flavored
Japan.
sugar packets, and they give you basically like a hard sugar like stick, and
Okay.
you dip
Lick
it in,
and then you dip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So gross as an adult. Oh, but I
So
probably
you have a red one and a blackish one.
yeah. And so
Okay. Can I get just like
Random
are you who's making this? Are you you bring it to the like middle level where the kitchen and the like med bay and like just everything is. It's just a multi-purpose room, and it's sort of like a microwave that you use to rehydrate the like food. And you can put like basically you're rehydrating it with the like you mix a like water with your powder, and then you rehydrate the meat with that in there so it infuses. So who is it that's mixing this? And I would love if one of you could give me just like let's say a 1d3 roll. There's some outcomes. Just yeah.
I trust Lex. Lex.
All
is
right.
The
I
powder.
feel like
queen.
she would just go in and not
Yeah.
even ask and just
Yeah.
start doing
I'd be
it.
like, well, here it is. Yeah, absolutely.
And
Okay, so let's say with a 3, it's peppery. and exactly what you wanted it to be. With a 1, it is not that at all. It tastes worse than it would without the powder. And with a 2, it's like you're not sure what it tastes like, but it's not worse than it was.
Okay. So what am I rolling again?
/R space 1d3.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's worse than it was before.
So much worse.
You probably mixed like beet powder with like, I don't know, like charcoal.
His
Like, it
borscht
wasn't
is fine.
Yeah. So I would just be like, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this on, a little bit of this. Okay. And mix that
Oh,
together.
that looks great.
Yeah. And I'll smell it. Doesn't probably smell like anything.
Oh, no, the powders don't smell like anything. No.
Okay.
Perfect. This smells great.
Okay, perfect.
I'll put it.
I just made a cup of coffee for him. I'll just bring this down. Thanks so much, Lex.
Yeah. Hopefully he likes it.
Yeah, I hope so too. I will wander down. I'm heading towards the engine room, but I know he was trying to catch a rat, so I will also maybe call out. Sasha? Are you in the engine room?
Aha!
Oh. All right, I will go directly to where I hear him trying to trap a rat. And I turn the corner. What do I see? As like, how is Sasha trying to? Is he just like?
The broom is broken, and I am sprawled on floor.
Oh, what, are you all right? Did you fall?
I stand up, dust self off.
Do you need a medic?
I'm fine.
Okay. Are you sure? Is anything broken? Other than the broom?
Hold up the broom.
Right. Well, I have some lunch for you. More coffee. Hopefully not too hot this time.
And
No.
Sasha, you look at it and it's not like, you can tell you've had enough like food TM, like that, you know that it's not just rehydrated sustenance block. Like it's something else. Like you can tell that Mackie got you something in particular. Like you wouldn't waste space on actual food. And besides, it's really expensive. So you can see that she got you something that wasn't just your usual fare.
What is this?
It's it's special meat from before we left. Salvador
Who paid
picked
for
out.
this?
Salvador did, not us. Calm down.
And he gives this to me?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like a thank you for hiring him for the job.
But he gets money.
Yes, but sometimes it's something people do when they're grateful. And Lex even used some of her special powders on it to give it a really nice flavor. So sometimes people are nice because they want to be nice.
No,
Sasha.
they are not.
I know you think nothing is for free, but sometimes people just want to be your friend.
All right, put it down.
Okay, I do that. Did you catch the rat?
Yes.
No.
Do I do I know you well enough to know that you're just bullshitting right now? Can I roll for that?
I would like her to roll.
Yeah,
That would be either, I think it'd be notice and wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you rolled really bad, didn't you? You rolled a 4. Yeah. Okay.
11?
Yeah. You know that he did not catch the rat. In fact, like you can see on his hands, there's some like rat bites, like little yeah.
Okay. Well, good job then. Thank you. Then I leave.
I look down at
Okay.
the food.
Yeah. It's red, like bright red. And it's hot. Still. A little slimy.
I dig in.
Oh, great. So it takes about 6 hours. Is there anything else you guys were wanting to do while you're in the meta dimension, or are you just kind of like farting around?
I would probably go bring some I don't know if we have like tea or any flavored beverage other than coffee.
I mean, you could flavor water. There's like powders for that just as well as there is like basically you have water, you have liquid food, and you have solid food. And the food provides you with all the nutrients you need for deep space travel.
Okay.
So you can flavor them however you like.
Okay, so I probably bring some flavored water and just the regular standard like rations or whatever to Sal, and I would probably have a meal with Sal.
Sal, where are you hanging out?
I'm sort of in my quarters. I'll occasionally come out if I'm on my way to do something. I'll come back, but otherwise I will try my best to keep out of Sasha's way and reduce any interaction with that man as I possibly can.
So you've got a bunk. You have about as much space as the bunk to walk around in, and like a little thin locker is pretty much the extent of quarters here. You enter Sal's quarters, and there's a little box from the cargo bay that you recognize as something you guys use for cargo that's empty right now, but Sal's got it in his room.
What's that?
Oh,
Also, I brought lunch.
thank you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Come sit down.
Sure. Okay. Where should I put this? Oh, I'll just set it here on top of this box.
Better not. Maybe I'll take it. I just sort of
Okay.
grab it from her.
Okay.
Move it towards myself. Thank you. This is really nice of you.
Yeah. I wanted to catch up, see what you've been doing.
Of course.
Sit here.
There's
I kind of
definitely like a fold down part of the wall that you can use as a table
Okay.
for the food, and then like the only place to sit is the bunk. So
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. I'll bring it down. I'll sort of put the tray on there and then invite her to come sit down.
Okay. Yeah, I sit
Kind of
down.
like
and I just
nudging the box with my foot, just trying to like move it away.
hide it. Okay. Are they in there? Just out of curiosity. Okay. So I could potentially hear them making rat sounds.
yeah, they're skittering. Yeah.
Okay. Can I?
I mean,
roll
you would
see if I
have
can do
to
that?
like, unless Sal tried to like cover it with a bunch of blankets, which you don't really have a bunch of blankets because that's a waste of like weight
Right. Yeah.
on a cargo ship. Like, it would be hard to conceal in a metal box that there are rats.
Okay.
So unless you tried, like Supa, you could roll to try to conceal that. But
I know there's no point. I don't even look.
okay, so you can just hear.
So
Yeah.
when I sit down, I like can kind of hear them.
There's like a little like.
So I kind of discreetly like look over, and I see them there.
You look over and the top of the box like moves a little bit, and you see like a little black nose and some like whiskers smelling the air. Like,
Have you named them at least?
I just sort of catch her looking before she can even ask. And, as she's asking, I'm just like, please keep this between us.
Oh, of course.
Sasha doesn't need to know about this.
You should name that. You should name that black one there. You should name that Sasha. The pudgy
like
one with the tail missing part of
He
it.
looks
Yeah. He's cute.
suitably angry enough.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I just sort of like, I can take the box and move it up towards us.
And I'm gonna give it some of my food. I'm gonna give the.
can you roll? Let's see, dexterity.
Oh God! So I don't get bitten by a rat. Yeah.
They're not pets.
No, I know.
Let's say you could roll dexterity and exert, basically, or maybe notice, because you gotta notice quick enough to get your finger out of the way.
Two.
It chomps onto your finger the second it gets near.
Slam the lid back down and sort of move it
Just
off.
like
I'm
Sasha.
sorry. I'm sorry.
His perfect name. Fuck.
I just sort of take a look at her finger. I'm sort of, the box is back on the ground now. The lid is sealed. I just want to make sure that there's no
mean,
excessive lid.
They're feral rats. She might have rabies.
Yeah. That was a mistake.
Well, at least we have a medic on board.
Yeah.
Do you want to Do you want to try and like clean that out?
Yeah, I think that's probably best to look at it.
Okay, so you climb up because I'm seeing like the bunks are in the bottom level of the like octagon. So you could climb up to the mid level, the kitchen, medic bay, everything. And I would love to get a roll from you. What does it look like? There's like one counter that is a little bit cleaner than the rest, and some cabinets that have maybe like some gauze. If Sasha has anything, like that was probably it. Did you bring stuff with you, Sal?
I do have some stuff on me. Yeah, I do have a couple medical supplies. I know I have a few Lazarus patches. I think
Those are for bringing people back from the dead.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah. I knew that. Don't
so
worry.
we could wait till I die of rabies and then you could help.
You can just clean it.
You do not want to die from rabies. That's one of the worst ways you can die.
I would say an intelligence and heal roll would be like cleaning and checking and etc. But you two are standing here while this is going on in the middle of everything. Sasha, did you definitely got bitten too. Did you bring that to Sal's attention at all? Or are you just like, if I die, I die? Your hand's stinging a little bit. It's kind of warm.
I would have eaten first.
Okay.
I'm dying to know what your reaction was to the food.
It's fine.
I fucking knew it.
Sasha's like, it is
I've eaten
keeping
worse.
my body alive.
Yeah.
I have eaten much, much worse.
So am I rolling for Maki? To see how well?
Yes, that would be intelligence and heal. Mm-hmm.
Ow, this
You want me to bring up your skills again? If you just click skills.
There
Yeah.
Did I do
So
it?
yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you
do
did
it. Yeah. It's like
Little bite is fine.
yeah, it's
He
like
smarts.
maybe for someone who wasn't as experienced with medical stuff as you, it would have been like messier, but it doesn't even need stitches. You're pretty sure it's clean. So
Okay.
it'll probably like burn a little while it's healing. Make sure to re-clean it every once in a while, but you'll be okay.
So, wrap it up for her, and I'm just like, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'm not gonna
And
get,
like
babies or anything, am I? Space rabies? Babies? That doesn't sound right.
I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
And right as you're finishing wrapping up Maki's hand, you see Sasha walking into the kitchen, dropping the plate or whatever it is in the sink. And Sal, you can see that his hands are covered in rat bites.
Ah. How did that happen?
You too.
Occupational hazard,
Did you get them all?
of course.
I just sort of glance down at his hands. I look sort of at the gauze that remains, and I'm contemplating, is it worth the gauze? And I just say, can I just take a look at that real quick? It could be bad.
Just let him look at you, Sasha. That's why we hired him.
I walk over, hold out my
And-
hands.
And with this lovely offer of assistance and character development, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll arrive at the Iribium system very, very soon. So we'll see the rest of you in, what is it, a 10-minute break, 5-minute break?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we usually take 5 to 10.
All right.
in those.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Thank you. And make sure you guys please follow all these wonderful people if you have not done so yet. And if you ever yourself a Twitch Prime, throw a Twitch Prime their way. Get yourself some emotes, make it happen. Hopefully you're enjoying the show so far. We'll be back in just a little while And if you want to help support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that, and make sure that we keep doing these one-shot mini-series dealies and we bring on guest GMs, head on over to our Patreon. Because if we keep up that goal, then we can keep making these happen. So check it out, and hopefully we can have another one of these really soon. So head on over to the Patreon, make it happen. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more In the Black.
Bum, bum, bum.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Table Stories in the Black. Welcome back. We're so happy to have you here. I guess take it away, Blue Jay.
All right. So it's been a couple hours. Y'all have managed to entertain yourselves. And you bounce out of the metadimensional space in the Iribium system. The Iribium system is it's pretty deserted. You would be... Look, I just dragged something else. There's not a lot of people that live here. It's basically an outpost. So the star here is probably yellow, orange. I mean, it'll last forever, but all of the planets are just like either completely like rocks or they're
Is nice
gas
place.
giants. Yeah, sure. It's great.
Right?
The planet, the only planet that is habited by humans or was habited by humans is the planet In, and by some strange miracle of physics, it rotates at the exact same speed so that one side is facing the very hot sun all the time and is like unbelievably overheated, and the other side is always dark, complete darkness. And that's where there used to be a colony, but there's no one that lives on the planet anymore. There's a refueling station in orbit, and there's a couple people that live there, but it's fairly well abandoned, and you guys have been in and out of this system a bunch of times. It's basically just a stopover. So you would probably want to refuel here for your jump to... You're going to go to 0605, right? But that's pretty much all that happens here. So the station is Singa 7, and it's like again, it's a couple of hours to get from the outside of the system into the station, but it's really easy, not a lot in the way. And when you pull up, it's completely automated. So you can choose to hook into the station with your airlock and like go on board, or you can choose to just like hook up to the fuel chutes, refuel, and get out of here. So whichever.
I think I would recommend, or at least I would auto start that we like do that, because I'm not the pilot. So I would just probably make a note.
Let's say you guys are on the flight deck. You and Lex are there to make sure that like everything goes well when you're pulling in, and anyone else who wants to be there can. But let's have that discussion.
Okay. Lex, I think we should probably just fuel up here and then move on.
That sounds good to me. I don't think we should hang around.
Yeah.
I'll start backing or like maneuvering.
Yeah, there's some thrusters going on.
Getting all set up.
So I will kind of check. I know I already plotted the course, but I'll just double check it again, see if the currents have changed in the time that it's, taken us to get here.
Now, this next jump coming up is one that you haven't done in a long time.
Okay.
Because you usually stay within the part of the sector that is headquartered in Leda. The Deimos is the like capital planet of this sector, but jumping onto Pero, that's a different like empire. Okay. And so you have to send a request from this sector before you can go in, and they're kind of private.
Okay.
Yeah. So would you be sending that?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
like, what would you want to tell them? Like they definitely need to know, like there's a form that you have to fill, and there's a reason for your visit line.
Okay. I definitely fill out the form. I put the reason for my visit as we are going to my home planet.
Okay.
Because it would be a jump away. So I probably say, yeah, we're just stopping by. We'll probably just refuel and then keep going.
It'll take some time because this is like a fair bit of distance, but the message is traveling over like some metadimensional wave in the same way that your ship would be. And I don't know, science shit, it goes faster. But while you're refueling, eventually you'll get a message back, and they give you the exact like metadimensional direction that you should go to get to your home planet, and it says on the alert that they've tagged your ship's like scanning beacon, and we'll be making sure you don't go off course. You're muted.
Sorry. Since our next jump is literally right next to it, would they be able to tell that that's off course? Okay.
Yes.
Even if they don't.
It's right next to that on our sector map, but in reality, it's not that way. This is just a map of distances. It's not actually a map of their place in physical or metadimensional space, right? So this is just like the distance that it takes to go from one thing to another. It really has very little bearing on reality. It's like looking at a constellation and assuming the stars are all really next to each other, when in reality, they could be like hundreds of light years apart.
Okay.
So are you gonna...
I'll probably just readjust the... I'm just going to readjust the course so that we stop at 0703 because it's one jump, and I'll let Lex know. Lex, we're going to stop here at 0703. We're not going to see my parents. We're just stopping in, and then we'll head over.
All right. Did something change? Did the currents? They're all right?
Well,
This was the first time that she mentioned that her parents live there.
Also, your parents, we could stop by your home planet.
No. Every time I talk to them or go home, I have to explain. I mean, they think I do some noble job on some crazy big ship. Not that this isn't a wonderful job. I'm very happy with what I do here, but I feel like I have to explain every single time. They kind of talk me up too much. So,
well, you also said you haven't been home.
No, I know, but they can't meet Sasha. It's just it wouldn't go over well. So yeah.
I maybe there's a shuttle rental. We could get you a shuttle. You just go down.
Oh no, that's okay. It's all right. We're just gonna stop in there because I had to fill out this form for this sector to get this jump, and it was kind of tight security, and I don't really feel like putting down why we're actually going this way.
That makes sense. No, that's fine. But just think about it. Mom and dads are important.
Yeah, they are. Well, I'll think about it.
All right. Well, I'll make adjustments as needed.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. So while y'all are refueling, PB, I'm going to need you, because this is a longer jump than just in space that you've already been to, and it requires that you're pushing the spike drill past its required distance.
Just two. It's
you can still do it,
right?
because you have the Starfarer. But because your drive is treated as a drive 2, and spike drills you oversee only take about half the time they would. So you're really good, but you're still gonna have to make a check for this navigation. The base difficulty is 7.
Okay.
I would say that the map you have for this distance is probably less than a year old, so no bonuses there.
Okay.
And then the distance is a +1, so that's an 8.
Okay. What is
you get you automatically succeed for difficulty 10 or less.
Okay.
So let's see. It's probably still because you have that skill. It's probably still fine.
Okay.
But you do have to spend some time plotting that course.
Okay. We're jumping from Pero there, right? I'm not jumping straight there. From
yes, you can only go 2. So from the Iribium system where you are, it's 1 and then 2 to 0605. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be your first jump, and that's according to what they sent you. So you're doing like what you said you should do.
Yep, that's what I do. Yeah.
It doesn't take too long to refuel. I'm assuming that everyone is just like hanging out. Is there anything specific that anyone wants to do before you go back into the metadimensional space, or no?
I think that I would probably, if I knew we were stopping, I would come by just to double check to make sure that everything was moving smoothly.
Okay. So do you go up to the flight deck?
Yes. Of course, unannounced. I sort of make my way in and cross my arms, sort of looking over everything as if I know everything that is happening. And
you can see on the displays, Maki's got the map of the sector with the course plotted out. There's been an adjustment, and you can tell, like, you have looked at the map of the sector enough times, and like you saw her map. She's moved the third stop from 0603 over to 0703.
What is going on?
Oh, Pero gave us instructions on where we should be going, and they're gonna tag us if we don't follow that route. So I'm just one extra stop. We're just gonna follow it so we don't have anybody on our tail.
How much longer will it take?
It's an extra jump. So
it's an extra jump, so it's an extra 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
4 to 6 hours. An extra 4 6 hours, maybe.
Fine. Let's talk for a moment on what we will be doing when we arrive at this location. Were you able to parse anything else from the disc?
What you've
anything
seen,
that he didn't see, right?
Yeah, what you've seen from the planet, it was called Alba. You don't have any information from recent history, but it was fairly similar to a lot of the other planets. They are able to plant the surface with like Terran stock. So there are Terran plants and animals, but there are also native plants and animals that remained there, none of which were like dangerous, not that you saw. It just like lost contact. It was a bit farther than they didn't have any ships with spike drives like registered on the planet when the scream happened. For those of you that haven't read the history of the Stars Without Number universe, there was a lot of tech that was powered with like psychic energy, including what are called jump gates, which were powered by a bunch of very powerful teleporter psychics. And then there was this thing that happened called the Scream, where basically every psychic in the entire sector went crazy because there was a wave of psychic energy, and they were unable to power these gates anymore. And because the gates had become basically the relied upon technology, there were no ships like readily available that were still able to go into metadimensional space. They just relied on teleportation. And so Alba didn't have any ships there registered. Like there have been like historians looking at this sort of stuff forever, trying to figure out what happened with the Scream. And there were no ships registered on the planet that had a spike drive when the Scream happened. So whatever was going on there, we have no idea. There's been no contact until it's been like a couple hundred years, and finally the nearest system has gotten like radio waves to register that at the very least someone was alive on Alba post Scream.
Well, you're muted.
Sorry. So this is all the information that we pulled up originally, like in that room. So no, I haven't pulled up anything else since the first time that we accessed the data.
All right.
Although, who'd you say you got this from?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Is someone who owed favor.
When you were doing the programming, you were able, because you rolled so well, you were able to pull that this was from a woman named Nisa Arton.
I know. I was just wondering if he would tell me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
Does anyone have any ideas? If we do go to this place, they have not had any sort of communication with other worlds for some time, and this is first signal that they send out. Does anyone have any ideas on how we can take advantage of this? Frankly, we are looking to make as much money as possible from this venture, as always.
Well, I mean, we don't even know what's there, right?
Correct.
It could be tech, it could be resources. We're not really sure. What are we hoping for?
There was radio signal and gamma radiation that came from the planet.
Radio signals are, pretty old tech.
But it wasn't a radio wave. It was a gamma wave that was encoded.
Oh.
It travels faster than radio.
So
it would require like newer tech. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But you also would have noticed, just looking up basically the Wikipedia article, that you're not exactly sure, because it's been like a couple hundred years, like if there's anything still there.
Okay.
But there were some there was a lot of travel back and forth from Alba. There was some rare mineral or compound there back in the day. So it has the potential to be worth something.
Okay.
If you look at the sectors without number, you should be able to see the gold rush tag on that planet, which is information that is available to you. So a couple hundred years ago, there was something worth something on that planet. Who knows now? No one in the actual because they would have had big, huge haulers that didn't have spike drives that were being transported through the jump gates.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see this now.
But they wouldn't be able to make it on their own. They didn't have a spike drive. They couldn't get into the metadimensional currents. They would be stuck there.
Okay. Well, it looks like there was a lot of traffic a couple hundred years ago. So potentially we could find something good, but also I don't know. It could be a dead planet. We just don't know until we get there, really.
It would be a tremendous waste of money if we go all the way there and nothing there. So, if we arrive and this place is devoid of profit, we need to come up with a way to make this trip worth it.
Well, I could always sell a kidney, I guess. Sasha, I don't know what.
I'll still be getting paid though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Sasha, Maki, if you look at the map, there are several other systems that you could potentially trade with.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll pull up the systems that we could trade with there, Sasha. And you can take a look.
Yes, send to datapad.
All right, we'll do it.
I walk
Send it
away.
over. So
Bye, Sasha. See you later.
Of course, we will absolutely pay you for the work that you've done, but maybe just don't bring that up in front of Sasha next time.
Well, you know that I told you my dad.
Yeah, of course.
We're trying to get him some new legs. I just
Of course.
want to make sure I bring the money back. That's why I take these other jobs. It's hard being away from my family.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're hoping that we'll find something that will pay all of us more than just the flight to and from. So hopefully it's worth it.
I think Sasha can handle a conversation though.
All right. Bring it up. You can bring it up. To him.
We go back a little bit. He knows that I don't mean anything by it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'd like to sort of move up towards Lex too and just kind of reassure her and just say, look, I will make sure myself that you get paid.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Salvador, it is nice to see you. I know we haven't chatted yet, but I mean, I just want to do a good job, and I just want to make sure that I bring back some money for my family.
I kind of look at her with a polite smile, just sort of letting her do most of the talking, sort of politely, almost a look of not pity, but just, I want to.
I'm so sorry.
I'm the game master now, bitches.
Oh, yeah?
I was trying to copy something into the chat and I turned off my video. on accident. I'm
Sorry,
so sorry.
Keep going. I'll fix it.
And an alien. No, I'm kidding. Plot twist. Sorry. Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go.
No, I was just listening to Lex talk about her father.
But that's enough about me. Salvador, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I just sort of sigh. I make sure that Lex is reassured, and I just sort of like look over to Marky and sort of smile to myself, and then I just sort of walk away.
Well, you don't have to leave. You can pull up a chair and hang out with us here on the bridge.
I consider it.
It's kind of
And then
boring elsewhere.
I come back and sit down.
Also, if you need any help with those rats, I do that a lot at home. I got some tips I could tell you about.
I mean, yes.
Yes, I'll make up a little list and give it to you guys later. There's lots of little ways you can get them. Get them
Okay.
quartered.
I appreciate that. If you can, you can show me.
All right. And so I'm assuming we're docked at this point, and I'm like, is there like a request that I need to do to get fueled up?
Oh no! I mean, it's automated. This whole like, it's basically just a like station run by robots. Like, they're just like, here you go, there you go, here you go.
Somebody use that
There you
for a
go.
sub alert, please.
All right, we're all docked up. We're getting fueled, so just gotta wait till
Perfect.
those puppies are filled.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long. They've definitely like perfected the fuel transit lines. They're good to go. So I would say that the next thing, because it's a less than 10, you can map the metadimensional currents just fine. PP, by the way, that taking that spacefarer or skyfarer or whatever, real good. But we're still gonna need a pilot roll from you, Lex. So again, it'll be what did I say? Dexterity and pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So you jumped out of the Lita system. It's been about 6 hours to the Iribium system and about an hour to fuel up. So you've been awake for about 7 hours, and you're just about to skedaddle out of the Iribium system. And like, for some reason, you're like hands-on for this one. Like, you can tell, like, you're looking at the map that Maki's put out before you, and the currents are like, it's going to need a little bit more like fine-tuning the whole way through. So you can make it, it'll be fine. You're just not going to be able to like step away or rest, right, for 12 hours.
Okay.
So and I would say that you've got the piloting skill as well, Maki, right?
Yeah.
So if she needs a quick break, like, you can definitely take over for like a minute. But yeah, it's gonna be a long one for you today, Lex. So but you guys pull away from the refueling station, easy as pie, and you're on your way into this new part of the sector. The system that you're heading to is called Paro. There are 2 major planets there and a refueling station as well. The course that's been mapped for you just takes you directly to the refueling station and onward to the Uranum system. But you've got 12 hours. I'm assuming that some of you will be sleeping. Some of you are going to be banging on the walls trying to find rats. But what are you going to do in this amount of time? Do you have some kind of like more than coffee, like what is it, accelerant or something that helps keep you awake?
I do.
Stuff like this, Lex?
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming I know that you have an accelerant.
Oh yeah. I have wide awake serum. So it's amazing, actually. Hold on, let me read it for those listening.
Oh, that's the actual name? I thought
that's
that was
the
just your
actual name.
Okay.
Nope, it's the actual name. It's originally designed to facilitate spike drills for single-man ships that couldn't afford a sleeping pilot. Wide Awake Serum gives the user enormous vigor and alertness for up to 7 days at a time. The user need not sleep nor even rest, but during this time it is impossible to recover accrued system strain. And I don't know what that is, but a successful heal check at difficulty 10 made at most once per day can flush the drug from the users prematurely.
So basically, staying awake for this is fine. 18 hours is just a long day. But if you were to have to stay awake longer than that, you would take strain from, and I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look up the rules for that. But you can also, if you want to just go this one, Wide Awake is a lot. And maybe, Mackie, do you offer it? Because you know that Lex is mostly doing shuttles. That's 6 hours there, 6 hours back, a little bit of a nap in between.
I'd probably not right now, but I'd probably say, if you let me know if you're getting tired. I do have some of that Wide Awake. I'm pretty good for another 6 to 8 hours, but if you get tired, you let me know.
All right, I should be all right. Could you get me some coffee though?
Oh, absolutely. Sal, do you mind just watching this terminal here? You're just looking for anything big or red that comes up that looks like a storm.
Anything that's going to kill us. Got it.
Yep, you got it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, and then I just kind of, as I leave, I just touch his arm and then I walk off.
So Salvador, how are you liking being on the ship so
Awesome.
far?
It's not the most luxury ship, but it'll do. It feels nice. I'm happy to be here. And I just sort of try and shrug off the question. I don't want to go into why I took the job. I'm sort of trying to be polite but short with Lex. And I'm just sort of more bemused by her and how upbeat she is.
I see that there's so much space here. I'm just not used to it. So, you know that I'm from the Xyla Scoop, right? The station by Loki. So there's not a lot of spaces with my big family, so it's nice to have some room to move.
Do you miss your family being up here?
I do. I mean, I have 9 brothers and sisters. My mama, miss mom. And I miss dad too, but I gotta step up. I gotta step up because dad can't work anymore.
Oh,
I understand.
there was a joke there that was really bad, but okay.
Yeah, there was.
I missed it. It's okay. Continue. I'm trying to look up what page was Wide Awake at. PB, do you remember?
I don't remember, but it is on my sheet. It lets you just drop it in with the details and everything.
Right.
I don't remember which page it was on.
That's fine. I'll find it. Don't worry. So you two are just hanging out. Oh, here we go. Wide Awake Serum. Oh, it's artifact equipment. Okay. Got 'em. All right. So you guys are just on the ship 12 hours. I would say that it's a fairly smooth ride. This is a longer jump than, you've done this jump from Iribium to Thorum. Is there anything that this ship more than anybody, Sasha? Is there anything that you have to do to the spike drive? This is a longer amount of jump than it ordinarily takes. You're only able to do it because there's some meta-dimensional shortcuts that Maki knows, but it's still stretching your engines pretty far. So is there anything that you do in the engine room that keeps it going, or?
Yes, definitely. I have to run maintenance quite often just to keep this thing running. So I am running diagnostics. I am making sure that coolant is flowing properly, and I think that I am almost always working. When I am awake. As soon as I wake up, I like to check on the engine first thing before shower. Because shower optional. Engine not optional. I would be sort of caressing the engine a little. And
What does the engine look like? So in my mind, it's the octagonal like living area. There's like 4 very like pod like cargo bays, and then there's like a sphere, which is the engine room, which you can also operate in null gravity. So like it doesn't require nothing's like sitting on the floor or whatever. And then behind the engine room are the actual like engines. So like it's this like spherical room in between the cargo bay and the actual like burning fiery flame of fuel consumption. But like what
smells
is this?
Wonderful.
Yeah, it smells really, really gross. But what does the spike drive like look like? Is it just like some weird thing in a black box that you don't let anyone look at? Is it like steampunk with like pipes everywhere? Like
I think is strange glowing blue light that we never really see. Something that is contained in some sort of field behind many panels, not easily visible. But there is always strange blue glow that just sort of emanates from various components around the ship. Many hoses are sort of hanging, held up by various straps and things around the engine room. There's just a little bit of strange coolant leak that happens every now and again. So there is a strange combination of humidity and everything is a little wet. And there is temperature fluctuations that happen quite often here. Mostly very warm, and there is some areas you stand in the engine room where you're buffeted by coolant.
mm-hmm.
So it kind of it's a bit rusty as well, probably from all of the moisture, but everything works when it needs to.
Good. Well, Sasha spends most of his time in this moist room, and when he comes out of it, he smells great. But this is 12 hours time. Is anyone going to be sleeping? Like, Maki, that like Lex really doesn't have the time. Are you going to be like staying up with her? Like 18 hours isn't bad. Like you could do it at a stretch. Like, I mean, we've all done it, but
Yeah, I think that because our normal truck route that we do is only about 6 to 8 hours, right?
yeah.
So I've never actually flown with her in the long stretch like this. So absolutely, I would be kind of just watching and seeing kind of how she's doing. So yeah, I'd be on the bridge too. And probably what Mackie does on her own time, I guess, when she's not really like doing the navigation thing, she's working on a project where she's trying to use what she's learned in meteorology and like studying kind of storms and her navigation through space. She's trying to see if she can identify a pattern or a way to easily identify planets that have gone dead or planets that are still active and still kind of need to be found and discovered. She's basically trying to figure out a pattern or a way to see if she can figure that out, like a treasure hunter type thing. So that's something she's been working on for months, possibly years. Yeah. So she's not really expecting anything to happen with it. So it's just something she works on to keep busy, I guess. She's never really made any progress. So yeah, that's probably what I'm doing. I've got that up and I'm just working away kind of mindlessly and keeping an eye on Lex.
Lex, let's just see. I just want to see like how much this wears on you, because this is a lot longer than you usually stay awake. So let's do a Constitution and probably like you could do a Con and Pilot or a Con and Exert, just to kind of like see where you're at.
I'm blind and not seeing Constitution.
Constitution is your base, so you can go ahead and change like the whatever stat you're rolling.
Okay. Which stat would you like me to roll?
I could say either Exert or Pilot. With Constitution would be fine, whichever one you feel is more appropriate.
I feel like Pilot would.
Okay. Okay, so you're stretching to the limit for you, but you're able to stay awake. Lex brings you coffee. It's fine, but like by the time you guys pull up to the Paro system, you fade out of metadimensional space and you're just like you're ready for a nap. And you pull into the system. It's actually kind of strange because like most sectors in space, they build around yellow or orange or red stars, but this one is built around a very, very hot star. It's kind of like white blue almost, but all of the planets that have formed are pretty far away from it, but it's still like the second you pop out of metadimensional space, you have to like shield your eyes a little bit because it's more than you were expecting. And you pull into the system, and the refueling station that you were supposed to be at, Hargraves 2, is in orbit around the space yard of Gaza. But there is another planet that is active in the system. It's Sime, and you got a couple hours left. If you wanted to hand off piloting in system to Lex, you could. You're tired, but you're not like exhausted yet. Or you could navigate yourself towards the refueling station. Which would you be doing, Lex?
I would probably be flying us to the refueling station because she wants to get her job done.
Okay.
She's gonna go pass out.
All right. So you're pulling up towards Hargraves, and it's around Gaza, which is a major space yard. It's very similar. Like you're seeing the shuttles coming on and off of it. It reminds you of Deimos. It doesn't have, it has more people even than Deimos. It's huge. It's probably about twice the size. But the entire surface of the planet is like just covered, and it's more people than you've ever seen. And you can see from like, because there's not really a big atmosphere, it's an inert gas, so there's no clouds or anything. So you can see as you're pulling up to the space yard, just lights and like gray everywhere. There's no water, there's no like green from forests or anything. It's just the entire planet is basically one giant space station. But as you're pulling into Hargraves, like before you get attached, you receive a communication, and it comes in. Who's the person that would be receiving it? Do you guys know? Probably Maki?
Probably me.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. So you receive a communication, and the name it's coming from is like blocked out, like it's private. It's a private call.
All right.
Do you take it?
I answer it. Yeah.
Okay. So you
Swift
answer the call.
Hello.
Is this the Swift Gambit?
It is.
My name is the Machine.
The machine?
Yes.
That's your ship name?
That is my name.
Oh, okay. Great. Hello. How can I help you?
I see that you're headed towards Hargraves on your sector map.
Shit. Does that, sorry to ask this, so they can see everything that's
They
plotted?
can see your course plotted, yeah. And you like this is
okay.
like this is not normal, right?
Okay, so they shouldn't normally. Okay,
No.
just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you mind a detour?
What kind of a detour?
We would love if you could come visit Saime.
What's at Saime for us to visit?
Saime is a prison planet. We have some inmates that are ready for release. We could pay you.
How much?
And you notice like another alert, and there's already like a couple thousand credits that were just transferred into your accounts.
Oh no. Oh, excuse me. We haven't accepted anything yet. Give us some time to review it, please, before you start sending money our way.
It's fine. We trust that you'll choose to come to Saime. Thank you. And then they hang up.
Could I hear this?
Did you
shit.
have it like?
Oh yeah, it was open. I just opened it. Oh God. I opened the ship comm. Sasha!
So are we getting prisoners now?
I don't know. I was gonna at least take the call and give us the opportunity to take the job or consider it, but I guess they already transferred us some money.
Did Sasha finally put in the barracks, or not the barracks, but the prison he was talking about?
No, I don't know if he ever got around to that. And also, yeah, I'm not so sure.
Sasha talks a lot about the brig.
Yeah. Okay. let me just see
It would
is.
be like a little while before I respond, but I respond. What do you want?
It's kind of important. Where the hell is?
When you say important,
So it should be in the Paro system. You have two planets.
So where we are? Okay.
Where you are.
I was definitely
Gaza
asleep.
has the refueling station orbiting around it, but Saime is like,
I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I was definitely asleep when you
Yeah.
sent this message.
Yeah.
When you say important,
So, we just got a request to pick up two, right? Two prisoners.
oh, it just like they didn't specify the number.
Oh, they but
Some prisoners.
some prisoners. They don't tell us anything about the prisoners or how many or where we need to take
Nope.
them. Wow. Okay. How much did they send us as like a deposit or a retainer?
They probably sent you. Let me see. A good cost, like in comparison. Let me just look up what things cost real quick, because you. Yeah.
This is like just one jump or two jumps away from my home area,
Mhm.
so I've probably heard a lot about this prison area.
I mean, it's a prison planet.
Yeah. So it's I'm.
They sent you 10,000 credits.
each.
Okay.
No, just 10,000.
As a retainer, though. Good lord. Okay.
That's enough to buy an anti-vehicle laser.
That's also enough to buy a new module for our robot that is sitting in the back end of the.
Enough to buy 2 heavy machine guns.
Okay.
That's enough to bribe 2 people for capital crime forgiveness. So you could bribe for 2 people to get out of murder with that.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Hey, so we got a strange request. Is
What is request?
assuming everybody's still here on the bridge still, right? Nobody left?
I am in my room.
Oh, so you're not here?
No,
Okay.
I was woken up by this message.
Okay. I kind of need you here on the bridge, Sasha. You can stay in your jammies if you want, and I terminate the call.
So
In-
Sasha, are you gonna go up to the flight deck or no?
I am sitting in my hammock
Nice.
that is propped against is tied to one bulkhead and a pipe, and I have data pad on stomach that was left open with various.
Were you watching porn?
Not porn, but it was definitely porn
Various
for. It
pictures
was
of
porn.
engines.
It was porn for Sasha. It was most
Oh,
likely
you're just like looking at
bottom line.
schematic.
It's bottom line.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. You're looking at money.
Yes.
Reports.
Good.
Yes, finance reports. And I turn off data pad. I swing out of bed, and I grab some gum, and I walk to the bridge.
So while this is happening, I want to try to use my minimal hacking skills to see if I can figure anything out about this machine and how they got in and to look at our nav system.
Okay. Can you roll intelligence and program for me?
Yep. That's an 8.
Yeah, you look at your systems and you can't really see that they've been like accessed by anyone outside of your system. It doesn't like there's like you have, security on your computers because you don't want people just turning off your engine so they can raid you, right? But none of it was triggered at all. It's just they could have found out your ship's manifest, or not manifest, like the route you were going from some other source.
But where, so how would they even do that? Because only our system would have it, right? It's not like
Well, yours and the system of the government of Pero.
But their only route that they have is I
No,
see.
they scheduled you to like the exact directions that you should be going. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I thought that they could see our entire route, like all the way to.
No, just to
you can
your.
only see to the. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Whew, that's okay. All right, so they maybe got it from the government. Okay.
I mean, which is worrisome in itself because
Yeah,
that's
it's-
private
yeah,
information.
That's really worrisome, guys. So this call that we just got from the machine, whatever that means,
A
were able to-
machine is something that does work for humans.
yeah, I know what a machine is, Sasha. They're calling.
Then why did you
themselves
ask
a-
question?
I asked the question why they're using the name the machine to describe themselves. They're using it as their moniker.
Is some AI maybe?
No, it was a person, unless it was projected. Maybe it was a hologram, but it was the best one I've ever seen.
It was just vocal. It wasn't a person.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Did you, Sasha, did you ever make that prison for the ship that you were gonna?
I look wistfully off in some random direction. Not in budget.
Okay, well, we might have to make it in budget. Look at this. So I pull up the planet, the prison planet up on the screen, and I project it up for everybody. So we have the machine that contacted us. They managed to access our route, which shouldn't happen. I can't see that
Then
they've
why did it
accessed-
happen?
I don't know. It doesn't look like they've accessed our systems. So it's possible they didn't get it from our ship. They could have gotten it maybe from the government. We had to log everything with Pero. Pero had control over which route. That's why we're changing to go to this other planet here, adding 6 hours onto our trip.
We can't go see your parents with some prisoners.
Oh, I'm not going to see
What do
my
you mean
parents.
your parents?
Oh, we're not going to go see my parents, Sasha.
And
I
what do you
just-
mean by prisoners? What is happening?
Right. So the machine has transferred us 10,000 credits as a retainer to pick up.
10,000 credits.
Yeah, that's right. 10,000 credits to pick up some prisoners and take them. I don't know where. They haven't given us any other details.
I can sort of see him getting excited about the money, and I'm
Yeah.
like, we don't know how many they want us to take.
And we're not really equipped to. Yeah.
What kind of deal was this?
What do you mean? What kind of deal?
Did they make you some sort of contract?
No. They literally told me they hoped we'd make the right choice. Or they trusted we would make the right choice. Sent the credits over instantly. Like, I don't even know how they got that information.
Yeah, that is concerning. How did they get your bank account info?
Yeah.
What kind of prison is it? I mean, maybe they just stole something.
Wait, they sent credits
Yeah, they
directly.
sent credits instantly. Like, before our conversation was even done, I hadn't even said yes. I objected, and then the machine said, it's okay. We trust you'll make the right choice to stop by. I'm going to tell you, Sasha, I'm a little bit concerned with how they knew our route and obviously, you know, our banking information.
What do I know about technology that would be used for something like this?
I don't know. What do you know? You want to make a roll?
I would love to make a roll.
Intelligence and no, please. Any of you can like assist or make a roll yourself.
Sure, I will do that. It was intelligence
And no.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just sort of try and make it clear that I'm kind of against the idea. I just want to get away from that place as quickly as possible. I try and make it quite evident. And I'm just like, can't obviously go. Like, that's crazy.
So none of you have really much of an idea of like all you know is that it would take someone who
It
is
was a 5 from me and a 6 from Maki.
and a 3 from Lex. So Lex, they gotta be real smart. For Sasha and Maki, you couldn't do it. Like whatever, like however they got a hold of all this information, it's like it's protected information. Unless you gave your bank account info to somebody, they shouldn't be able to just like send you money unless the government or you gave your like route information. Like,
Is it reasonable to assume that the Pero government would not have our bank information?
they shouldn't. No, not
Yeah.
unless you've already worked with them.
So, yikes.
Probably like it's the hallmark, like a hacker. They hacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just like, you don't know how they did it, but you know that it wasn't above board.
I mean, Sasha, we're not really equipped to take prisoners. They didn't even say how many.
All right. We'll leave system as soon as we can.
Okay. How crazy is it to change the route now? Like, we're docked, right? And we're refueling?
I mean, you were headed towards the fueling place when the machine contacted you. So by now, like, you guys have been talking for like a little bit. Like, it's just a couple of hours in system to get from like the outside where you drilled in to the refueling station. So like, you could say that you get there. Like, you're definitely gonna need to refuel, but you could have gotten there. Yeah.
Okay.
And like you can see like in the distance, like there's the white sun, there's this like completely covered in metal planet that's right below you as you're hooked up to the refueling station. And in the distance, looking like a very bright star is like what you know is the other planet in the system. And it's just like you like there's a pressure to it because you know that that's where whoever this was like sent you the message from. Like there's like, you can just see it in your viewfinder, just like, hey, come to Saime. But you can definitely choose to just continue on your path because like from Pero jumping to Urinam is like, that's the way you were gonna go. And it would only take, it's about an hour to refuel again. So you have like that time to make a decision.
Okay.
I would say that like you can, like, of course, let me know what it is that you're doing in that hour. Are you guys like discussing it anymore? Are you checking to see if it would be possible to transport prisoners? Are you attempting to recontact this like private message? Do you want to like try and figure out what the like number, quote unquote, space number was and call them back? Or
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to do that. At least I want to be able to respond with our decision.
right.
So I want to know how to contact them again for sure.
I feel
Okay.
like Lex was trying to stay awake, but she's asleep in her chair right now.
Okay.
I think I would pull Marky aside and just sort of
Yeah.
over the shoulder, make sure that Sasha's out of earshot. And I don't really mind about Lex too much. I'm just not sort of too concerned because I can sort of see that she's, sleeping.
Real quick, Supa, you don't know what it is, but there's something in you when you think about like this quote unquote prison planet, like it makes you sad.
Yeah. And I say that to Marky. I say, look, I just have a bad feeling about this. If we could just find another course and move on out as soon as possible.
Not
Are you
sad,
okay?
like scared, like sad, like you feel bad. Like you would feel bad if like someone was put in jail for a stupid reason. Like that's what you feel.
Right.
Okay.
And you
Yeah.
don't know why. You don't have a memory associated with it. You
Yeah.
just have this like feeling.
I just know that I want to avoid that place.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just, I don't know. There's just a bad feeling.
Yeah, enough said. We're not equipped to take prisoners. I wouldn't know the first thing about setting up a brig. Yeah, just I'm right there with you. So no worries.
That's what
Maki, if you want to be like hacking, it's just a int program to try and figure out the number
Okay.
to call it back. You can continue.
That's a 10 for Mackie.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Are we all in agreement that we're not doing this?
There is no vote here. We are getting out of the system as soon as possible.
Okay. As soon as we're ready, I'll send this decline message then, and I'm not going to send it before we leave. I have not started typing it,
Okay,
by the way. I just want to make sure that if we're hacked,
good one. Yeah, good
Okay.
job. You did it.
Okay, so then when we're ready to go, I guess I'm going to be piloting. Oh, geez.
You look over to Lex's chair and she's just like,
We should probably, Lex. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna maybe shake her awake a little bit.
I kick her
Lex.
chair.
What?
No, I'm not gonna kick her chair.
No, I kick her chair.
Oh no. Oh.
Good
Lex, I'm so sorry. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh,
I'm
ready to go? Let's get, we gotta get
yeah,
going.
if
Okay.
you are, yes.
Do you have any of that
Yes, I do.
wake
And you
juice
might-
or whatever you call it?
Yeah, you might need it. Listen, Lex, we're gonna make a jump, but then we're gonna jump probably really quickly. Will we need to refuel if we jump from 0703 to 0603?
let me just check that system. I think you'd be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make it.
Okay. So I'd like to jump straight to 0703 and then straight to 0603 without a refuel. Can you do that?
We should be able to. And I'm looking at the map through my like bleary eyes. Yeah, that
Oh.
shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
But I
Here.
am gonna need some of that.
I give her some of the serum.
I'd probably
Okay.
like. Oh, sorry.
Are you taking it yourself, Lex?
Like the.
The juice.
The
Are you
serum?
asking for assistance? It's like a syringe.
Oh, it's a syringe. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
God.
I probably have never had it before, or have
It's
I?
rare, so you wouldn't
Rare.
have had it before.
Okay, I probably knew of it from Mackie, so I'm gonna just probably stick out my arm for her to.
Okay, I'm gonna give her half a dose, so 4 days or 3.5
Okay.
days, not 7.
I need you to roll.
Jeez. Or maybe
It's gonna be, what would a shot be?
Can I have the
I think
medic do it maybe?
Maybe.
You know, I've done this to myself, but I've never really done it to anybody else before. I'm not so sure I feel entirely comfortable doing that.
I mean, I could.
I think it's gonna be like an intelligence and heal.
Yeah.
I
Sal,
think-
do you think you could
I sort of step in and I'm like,
What do you mean
this-
think is job?
I sigh. I'm like, it's fine. I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Okay, great.
Good.
Thank you.
That is what you are paid for.
Just a half a dose.
Just ignoring Sasha half a dose. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Okay.
Salvador.
So if you could roll intelligence and heal for me.
Let's see.
Okay.
An 8.
Yeah, you can shoot her up and it's not a problem, but you accidentally give her the full dose.
Does it like an instant, like you feel awake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
wide awake. You're just fine.
Yeah.
Can you also take one system strain, Lex?
What do you wait? What?
By your hit points, system strain, you have up to 6. Can you take one, please?
Mm-hmm. Woo!
And
All right,
for
let's do this.
It's like that scene
Yeah.
from Scrubs when they play the death metal in the in the UPS van.
All right, so we're just gonna get going now. So then we just set that. Okay, we're leaving, right? We're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. All right. Now,
Are you sure you gave her half dose?
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So I've never had this before. How long did it last?
7 days.
7 days. Okay, that's good. Let's keep going. Let's just do these jumps.
okay, so while you're still hooked up to the fuel chute, you get a bill for the fuel. It's like 1.5 times what it should be.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Did you? This is outrageous. Can I?
How many credits does that equal?
I don't know, man. An amount.
Is it still less than the 10,000?
Yes. Yes, it's less than that.
Do you want to argue this bill, Sasha?
Very badly.
Okay.
But I could just hit the button. We could just go.
Nope.
You're
Just
still
hang on.
attached.
The
Hang
button-
on.
Oh,
Hang
okay.
on.
Oh, that.
I'm
All right.
gonna open a comm. I'm gonna call the person who billed us, I guess.
Okay.
Can I go to sort of like check on Lex and just like make sure that she's sort of make sure the pupils aren't too dilated? Just
If you want to roll an intelligence and know to, because you haven't used this drug before, just to figure out like how you should treat her, as it were.
okay. Why am I not seeing no? Oh, there's no.
He's giving me an exam. I'm just like.
Just sort of looking you over, making
Okay,
sure.
so you can tell that like she'll probably be fine, but you'll need to like check up on her every day. Her system's gonna get one, like mechanically every day she's gonna get one more system strain, and if she gets to 6, she'll be like down for the count. Like she'll have a heart attack.
I'll die.
So you'll die. Yeah. So you'll want to make sure like you can flush the drug from her system before then, but it'll be another check.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you can prevent that from happening.
Okay, for
but
now.
yeah.
Do
So
the
for
effect-
every day, she has 6 system strain that she can take. She's taken 1. And every single day that she's awake, it'll be another one. So you'll need to
Okay.
flush it from her system before the week, or she'll have a heart attack and die.
Okay.
Do the symptoms, is it just always, you're always on like the same level, or does it slowly, since it's kind of leaving your body, it kind of wears off a little bit?
I mean, it's basically like making your body work like faster. I don't know drugs, but basically you're just like good and hyped all the time. Your heart rate is probably higher
Okay.
for the whole time,
Okay.
which is why like after a few days, like your muscles of your heart are gonna be like having a time. I'm not a doctor, I don't know, but that's what I'm making up right now, and I'm the GM, so
It makes sense. Okay.
Love
My
it.
weak spacer body just.
I mean, you can only go for so long. After a couple days, you might start like hearing and seeing things too, but it'll be fine. People don't die from not sleeping, do they?
Can we get some tables to okays in the chat, please?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing like what a full oh, here we go. Base price, maintenance, yearly crew cost. Yeah, I'm not seeing what like a full gas tank costs, but let's just say it's usually 1,000 credits and it's 1,500.
Oh. I mean, do we really care that
Of
much?
course.
Okay, all right.
These
all right.
credits.
I know. Okay, I open the call.
And you're calling the refueling station is Hargraves too. So like there's a little bit of like a muzak basically, and you hear like someone start to say Hargraves too. How can I help? And then it's cut off, and you hear the same voice as before.
Oh fuck! But everybody's here, right? So
Yeah.
they can all hear it. Okay, great.
Are you really going to leave without seeing me?
Yeah,
I made it clear.
Seeing
Yeah.
who?
that was the plan, Sasha. Please, that was the
I am
plan.
the machine.
We are not equipped to take any prisoners. We don't even have a brig or any weapons. You can definitely take the 10,000 credits back. We appreciate that you wanted to trust us with this, but it's
I
just
am not
for us.
accustomed to dealing with people, but sometimes threats work better. I can empty your bank accounts as easily as I put those 10,000 credits in. Should you not come to see me? I'm lonely.
Lonely?
And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Holy
Shit. So, everybody, welcome to In the Black, a Stars Without Number role-playing game. Thank you so much, Tablestory, and y'all playing with me and watching with me. It's been great fun. I ruined everything again.
No, it's me. I don't know what happened.
Black ruined everything. If you'd like to see the sector creation videos, they're over on my Twitch. I think I should have a collection. You might see some secrets if you're interested. It's sector creation and Stars Without Number is so fun, and it definitely helped me like have little like bits and pieces in every system to attract the the crew with. But let's go ahead and give our goodbyes before we say sayonara. How about we start with Supa? This was your first session of your first role-playing show. How did it go?
I had a wonderful time. It's scary. It's a little bit scary coming on, but everyone's been so nice, and you guys have sort of eased me into it a little bit. I think I can sort of I can take what I did this week and improve on it next week too. So I enjoyed that.
And where can people find you, Supa? You're not streaming right now, but you're still on the Twitter and stuff, right?
I am on hiatus from Twitch, but you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram, all under the name Super Scary, pretty much the same name everywhere. If you want to look me up and say hi, feel free to do so.
At least find out where he got that baller jacket.
Yeah. It's sick. Also with a baller jacket, but not quite as leather. Whack. I know people here are used to you, but you can still give a shout out for anyone that's here from other channels.
I'm old and crusty. I've been here for a while here on Tablestory. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in for In the Black. It's much appreciated. Hopefully you either liked or hated Sasha because he's a total prick. And that was the goal when I made the character. I just kind of really wanted to play an asshole character, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And a big thank you to Blue Jay for coming on to GM for us. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much, Blue Jay. And yeah, this is fun. This is fun. If you guys have not done so, please make sure you give some follows out to these people. Please do that, and throw out some Twitch primes if you've got them. Get yourself some emotes because everybody loves emotes. You like to paste the booties and such. If you got booty emotes, Katie's got a great hilarious booty emote.
It's a space booty.
It's a space booty.
I knew we were gonna gonna do that. It's a good booty.
Yep.
Okay.
Look at it.
Yep.
When you look at it from far away, it kind of looks like a rabbit. So it's got multiple functions. So it's great. Thank you for the space booty, Katie. Much appreciated. Somebody else go now.
Let's get a goodbye from Pumpkinberry, our favorite lady of the pink orb.
Hello. I am Pumpkinberry. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry or at pumpkinberry.tv. I do tons of roleplay. I do tons of streaming games and vinyl and tea and all that shit over on my own channel. But I GM here on Wednesdays for Nocturne, and I play in Tuesday's game and Friday's game as well. So yeah, you guys know me. That's it. Katie, go.
Katie, it's my turn. Hi, I'm Katie Peters Plays. I hope you enjoyed Lex. I've been working on her for a while, so it was a lot of fun. I'm excited. I don't know where the last hour and a half went, because when you're like, oh, that's where we're ending, I was like, wait, what? And so I'm excited to do more of this. But if you want to hang out with me, I'm on Katie Peters Plays, but I'm also here on Mondays for Sector 49 as Mama Jambles, and on Nocturne with PB playing Briar, which is also freaking crazy. So I'm here, and then I'm over on my channel a lot.
Thank you.
Awesome, possum. And I've been your GM, your Space Master, Blue Jay. You can find me and the Sector Creation videos over at twitch.tv/BlueJay. You can find me on Twitter at BlueJay_712. And if you want to support more content like this, please support the Tablestory Patreon. It's the only way that they're able to pay people to come in and do these shows, which is like #goals, is being able to be paid for role playing, because it's the best shit ever. And if you're entertained by it, support it. Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate the opportunity. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Blue Jay. Thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you so much, chat. We love you. Much appreciated. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love. And thank you, PB. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Blue Jay. Thank you, Supa, for being awesome role players. And we'll catch you guys hopefully on Monday for some Sector 49. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody. Good night.
Bye.